What's up? I'm Shakka. I'm a musician and food lover. For the next few days, I'm going to be showing you around my neighborhood. I grew up here listening to the sounds of the carnival and smelling the flavors of Portobello Market in the air. I'm going to be eating, drinking, and vibing my way around the area, meeting the artists, musicians, creatives, and foodies who make up the real Notting Hill. This is pure West London soul, baby. This is Notting Hill, where West is always best.
It's about 8:39 in the morning. It's the first hour of the first day. We're currently here in Notting Hill and I'm hungry and it's breakfast time. And I got told about this spot called Vickys.
We're a local business, family-run business. It's about healthy food.
Theo.
Hey Shakka, how you doing?
Mate. Very well. Nice to meet you, brother. Nice to meet you.
So breakfast, we can take care of everything. We do our ultimate Vickys breakfast sandwich. Our most popular breakfast would probably be the Lebanese breakfast.
A Lebanese breakfast?
Yeah, Lebanese breakfast is like scrambled eggs, chili and ginger greens, grilled halloumi, hummus.
We do both of them together.
Hungry?
Slightly.
We're from this part of London and it's so multicultural that we've had influences for the last 20 years from all over the world, and that's kind of reflected in the food that we do. We just try and make it as delicious as possible.
There's a phrase that my mum and dad likes to use, and it's, your eyes are too big for your own belly. And I think that's what's happened here. Bon appetit, innit? I'm in a very good place. It's got some chili on it, it's got some ginger on it. Oh man, this is peng. Okay, so I've started off my day pretty well. And right now we're gonna take a trip to Trellis Towers.
For locals, Trellis like a part of your identity. It's a landmark, a piece of history, and a homing beacon. Built in the 70s as social housing, it went from almost being torn down to becoming a Grade 2 listed building. Its striking brutalist architecture has long been a source of inspiration for artists and writers. But its biggest claim to fame is that one of the most unforgettable villains of all time is named after the man who designed it, Mr. Goldfinger, which is also the namesake for where we're headed now.
I'm gonna meet a dude by the name of Jason who's gonna teach me everything he knows about upcycling. Yeah, I don't know what upcycling is either, but hopefully we'll be able to find out more about that right now, so let's go.
Goldfinger Factory, we turn waste into gold.
How you doing, bro? You good?
Upcycling, so we get like furniture from around the area, turn it into something else. You could turn a plant pot into a lampshade. We had a kitchen sink cutout piece. Instead of just throwing it in the skip, we've reused it and turned it into a coffee table. Selling it up in the shop floor right now, and it's helping us fund the business. We're open to the public. Anyone can come and learn how to upcycle and help be creative and like build something out of nothing.
Your workshop is downstairs where you make all of the magic happen, right?
Yeah.
These pieces are going out into the world, into like department stores and...
Yeah.
Let me just wrap my head around this. You find different materials and furniture from a bunch of different places, be it being on the street or being donated to you by members of the community. You then retransform these pieces of materials or furniture into new furniture or art. The money that gets generated from those pieces goes back into the projects that you guys have here. You're also providing skills and jobs for people in the community to be able to do the same thing. I don't see any downside. Like this, it's just a win-win for me. Like it's a beautiful thing, man.
While we're in an arty mood, Jason mentioned there's a spot just under Trellis where street artists have taken over. One thing that stands out in Notting Hill is street art. It's everywhere and always has been, with a history stretching back to the 1970s. I can see where the inspiration comes from for a lot of Jason's work.
Brother, thank you for the time.
Nice one, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you for showing me around the workshop. So everybody knows about the flagship spot in Notting Hill that is Portobello Market. But people don't know about its unsung hero, and that's Goulburn Road. And it's crazy because it's this fusion of Moroccan culture, Turkish culture, Caribbean and British culture. And it's all densely packed on this 200 meter strip. And there's no better way to be able to celebrate or to just enjoy this fusion of culture by what I'm about to do next. I'm gonna have a Moroccan fish and chips. If you want the good food, you gotta wait in line just like everyone else. Thank you very much, bro. Yeah. I got your cash, I promise. On the side, it's probably black and brown now, but they're green herbs. All sorts of different stuff. It's like its own special relish. If those that know me well, know me really well, they'll know that the best thing that I need to do to wash down a good plate of food is with some booze.
Next up is the Ginstitute, a pub with an underground distillery where they're cooking up their very own West London brew. I'm off to meet Sam, another West London musician raised around Notting Hill. I'm more of a rum man myself, but from what I hear, Sam's a bit of a gin connoisseur, and he wants to show me what this place has to offer.
Sam, right?
Yeah, it's Shakka.
It's good to meet a fellow musician. So you're in a band, yeah, called Molotov Jukebox.
That's right. We make a style of music that we've called tropical gypsy. The gypsy side of that was Eastern European sound.
That's crazy.
And then the tropical side of it is what we grew up around. So like we grew up in this part of London, which is, you got the calypso, you got the dancehall, you got the reggaeton, you got all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like a big fusion of you know, all that's around you. Funnily enough, we're in a place where we're going to do some fusing.
The fusion of sound to the fusion of alcohol. We're at the distillery to check out some
We are,
gin, right?
no, so in fact we're at the Gin Institute.
We're at the Gin Institute?
The distillery is the pub upstairs.
Okay, right.
We are in the basement where there is an actual distillery next door.
Oh, so you make some gin here?
Yeah, they make the gin in the room just over there. The local resident gin expert is going to come down. He's going to talk us through the history of it and like show us how it makes some gin.
Hey guys, I'm Luke.
Nice to meet you, Luke.
Pleasure.
Yes, Luke, Sam. You're the expert.
I've got a little bit of game. Gin wasn't actually called gin at first. It was this Dutch product, Jenever. But what we had in the early 1700s is people were just drinking so much of it at such high strengths that they couldn't say it properly, and so they would just slur the word gin instead.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
This is an era that we know as the gin craze. They reckon about 1,500 homes within the square mile alone were making gin in this era. This is our little recreation of what it might have been like to drink gin back then. By the time we get to 1751, they drank 11 million gallons for the year.
Was there a different way in which people said cheers back in that time period?
I don't think they were really bothered about that.
If they couldn't even say if the gin was shit. That's got some spice to it.
It's not as bitter, it definitely has the harsh spice to it.
The pepper is doing it for me, man.
Right, so can you tell me exactly how you guys make gin?
I can actually do you one better, because we go next door now. I can show you the whole process from start to finish.
Sick. This is like a laboratory right now.
So these pot stills are all we need to make gin. We're going to start off with our neutral spirit, so it's 96%. We're going to add some water to take it to 55, so it's nice and safe for us. That goes in our pot still first. Next go the botanicals. We've got some juniper berries. That's what every gin producer has to start with. Have a little smell. Oh. It's so obviously gin. We've got these fountains here, and so these are all those flavours distilled into an alcoholic form. So when people come to the Gin Institute, take them through all these different flavours and then blending them together to produce their own bottle of gin. So we're going to blend up a bottle now.
Gin. I like that balance. I wasn't a gin fan before, but when you break it down and you can taste what it takes to make it, it becomes an entirely different experience. Approved by the Gin Institute. I love it. Get in.
Right, so it's starting to get late, and all this gin drinking has got me super hungry, and that's a good thing too, because where Sam's taking me next, he says I'm gonna need an appetite.
I am taking you to a wonderful little hidden gem. It's a Portuguese social club. They're going to have meat on sticks, they're going to have suckling pigs, they're going to have beer, they're going to be shouting. It's going to be fantastic.
Me first?
Yeah, you first.
I think it's you first.
Okay.
Yeah? Let's do it.
So much fun.
Right?
Those steaks are fucking ridiculous.
Walking into the club is like stepping through a door into another universe. It's originally a place for expats, an authentic Portuguese experience. There's space for about 200 people on golden chairs and big tables together, all eating, drinking, dancing, laughing. It's like one big crazy family dinner.
Why am I having so much fun?
Hi.
It's a steak.
Which bit of steak?
No, it's a gull. Gull steak. It's the best one.
So it's the kind of steak. That's how big sardines are. With the gin thing, out of a comfort zone, it's a bit weird. Whereas now, you got chicken, you got fries, you got sardines, you got chorizo, you got steak, and ribs, bro.
Everything. So they barbecue that just to perfection?
No, they did,
The club was a perfect way to finish the first day. I've started seeing things I've never seen before, from delving into the huge culture mix of the area, tasting the authentic food, to discovering upcycling. It's amazing to see community and commerce working side by side. There's such a brilliant diversity to the surroundings in art, people and creation, and it's been an experience to see it like this for the first time. I've even been swayed into liking gin. It's only the start. I can't wait for what I'm yet to discover.
Here's to doing things you ain't never done before and enjoying it.
Here's to that, man.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.